right now at 5. Days after a man is found dead in a Providence event hall, the venue's owners are now saying police got a major detail in their report wrong. Plus, as students head back to the classroom, advocates are reminding drivers that keeping kids safe starts with them. And former President Donald Trump on the defensive after staging a photo op on one of the country's most hallowed grounds.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC 6 News at 5.
But first, our top story tonight. Police releasing the body cam footage from a chaotic scene at this month's Dominican Festival where several people were arrested. Thanks for joining us at 5 o'clock. I'm Caitlin Gelhaus. You also may remember the video showing one of the officers hitting a man several times in the stomach during the arrest. ABC 6 News anchor Cara Bailey has more.
We have an update for you right now on the controversial use of force during arrests made at the Dominican Festival earlier this month following our request for public records. Now, you may recall this video that circulated on social media showing a Providence police officer using physical force during an arrest at that festival on August 11th. Now, we are getting the first look from police's perspective in newly released body camera footage.
Everybody back up. Let's go.
According to Police Chief Oscar Perez, the Dominican Festival turned into a chaotic scene with people throwing bottles, obstructing officers' arrests, and yelling. Police were initially called to the area to break up the large crowds on Miller Avenue and Broad Street. As a result, police made 10 arrests throughout the night, including 27-year-old Adonis Placencio, who was allegedly in possession of a black satchel containing a gun. Police say they later found a 9mm gun inside. The body cam shows the moments just before Placencio was arrested, yelling at cops from a few feet away. Then Placencio walks away. That's when officers started to discuss the satchel and follow him. Police then followed Placencio across the road and made that arrest. Officers say Placencio was resisting. Police swarmed Placencio, and Chief Perez says the officer's main goal was to prevent him from shooting into that large crowd.
It's never pretty to use force, but sometimes we have to use force either to compel compliance or for self-defense.
Chief Perez says when Placencio was arrested, a crowd gathered around officers and allegedly started throwing bottles at them. One man in that crowd was 40-year-old Edward McLean, who was charged with disorderly conduct and simple assault. Police also arrested 25-year-old Denzel Rodriguez, 19-year-old Damian Reyes, 24-year-old Melissa Reynoso, and Frank Villagran. Chief Perez says none of the officers involved will be facing repercussions. Now, we have asked police for additional body camera footage from the officer seen hitting Placencio. When that request is fulfilled, we'll let you know on air and online. In the newsroom, I'm Cara Bailey, ABC 6.
Thanks for that report, Cara. Now to an ABC 6 News update. The owners of Skyline at Water Place issuing a public statement following the discovery of a body inside of the venue. The Moda and Ritchie families say the man found dead was an employee who had been suffering from health issues and passed away while checking in on the business, which has been closed for several weeks now. Their statement goes on to dispute a claim in the police report, which said that the unidentified man was homeless and had been sleeping there. Additionally, the families say in part, this person was a hard worker, a dedicated individual, and someone who loved his family. Most importantly, he was a friend. We're working directly with his family to make sure that his life is celebrated and that he can rest in peace. Our prayers are with them. And now it's our favorite time, of course, why most of you are watching. Let's get a check on the forecast now. Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Manson joins us here in the Weather Center. Jeff, I'm really giving you the red carpet right now. Now, it's been a mix of blue and gray in the skies. I think blue. I don't know where the gray's coming from. But here in southern New England, Gloria is sending in this video on our Now Local News app. This video is one of the brighter moments during her day today. Jeff, I think it's been pretty bright out there. And yes, did you love that intro?
Yeah.
That's the favorite part. Right.
That'd be a pretty safe bet, Caitlin. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was ready to say, I know we're kind of both wearing red today, but you're rolling out the red carpet. But there you go. All right, yeah, and a lot of green in that picture and a lot of blue in the sky, a lot of brightness out there today. We did have some cloudy battle in parts of southwestern Rhode Island over into Washington County, and westerly was a little cloudy last time we checked. I bet it's a bit sunnier right now because those clouds are moving towards the west, so it should be pretty much joining the rest of the gang right now. 73 here in Providence. It is about 70 to 75 almost everywhere in the viewing area except for the east-facing shoreline. Plymouth, 68 right now. That's where it is in Hyannis, and there's a reason for that. We got winds out of the east, nice east-northeast wind, only 10, 15 miles per hour, but that's what it will do. The onshore sea breeze will match the ocean water temperatures, which are, again, barely 70 at best right now. Most of them in those locations, save the Cape Cod Bay, are in the upper 60s, so that's why you're seeing those numbers. But we are not complaining. I don't think a lot of us are, especially after the sweltering day yesterday, and the humidity was the big factor yesterday. It was not, as we like to say, a dry heat whatsoever. The dew points are sky high. They are not today. Look at this. I feel in love with this graphic here. Yeah, the whole Northeast is drier than it was yesterday, but look at our little slice of the pie in southern New England. 10 to 15 degree dew point change from yesterday, and so much more comfortable out there. So beautiful night tonight. A couple of clouds again around this evening, but they will diminish. We've got a beautiful, bright, sunny day coming up tomorrow. A fantastic way to end August rain-free. Unfortunately, and like we've done so many other months this year, we're going to start a month with rain. Maybe not a ton of rain, but September, and that would be the middle of our Labor Day weekend. We'll track that out for you coming up and looking ahead to the first full week of September in just a bit. Caitlin.
Cool, thanks, Jeff. It's definitely hoodie weather out there during the evenings. All the puns, right? Now to some other local stories we're following for you on this Thursday afternoon. One person is in the hospital after a serious car rollover in Brockton today. According to Brockton Fire, the rollover happened near Market Basket on Westgate Drive. A blood transfusion truck was on scene, and the victim was transported to a trauma unit nearby. No other details have been released at the moment. And East Providence police are investigating a serious motorcycle crash that happened near the intersection of Waterman Avenue and Anthony Street last night. Police say the motorcycle driver was taken to Rhode Island Hospital with very serious injuries. The driver of the other car stayed on scene and is cooperating with the investigation. No charges have been announced. And Stop & Shop has closed its first store as part of a major restructuring effort. Their location in Newton shut down at 3 o'clock this afternoon, with 7 more stores, including in Rainham, to close by this November. Overall, 32 underperforming locations are set to be shuttered through 2028. Other closing locations include the Stop & Shop on Commerce Way in Johnston and Pittman Street in Providence. And now to a focus on our schools at 5 o'clock. As students across Rhode Island return to campus, roads will certainly be getting busier as well, and it's up to drivers to remain vigilant amid more foot traffic and bikers out there. In the past few years, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported more than 3,000 distracted driving deaths per year, and those numbers tend to rise during the school year. ABC6 News did speak with the Providence Streets Coalition, who says self-enforcement streets are the best way to promote safety.
These are streets that allow drivers to obey the speed limit and keep pedestrians and cyclists safe through things like physical modifications to the road, bump outs to make crossing distances shorter, speed humps to slow speeds.
He also says these safer roadways can be created through the city's Safe Streets for All grant, which awarded $27 million to Rhode Island to improve street safety and expand urban trail networks. That includes more than 3 miles of new urban trails in Providence. The first round of public hearings on the Safe Streets for All project is coming up in September. Meanwhile, Providence schools will be using new technology to improve safety at bus stops. The district's bus fleet is now being fitted with cameras that will detect cars illegally passing stopped buses and share their license plates with police. When schools start on Tuesday, they'll be used immediately to start sending out those warnings. Enforcement will officially start on October 1st, with fines starting at $250. And now to Your Voice, Your Vote 2024. Both presidential candidates and their running mates are on the road this week, hitting key battleground states. This as Trump's campaign faces criticism for filming in certain areas of Arlington National Cemetery. ABC's M. Nguyen has the latest from Washington.
Today, Republican Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance fighting for an endorsement from the International Association of Firefighters.
President Trump and I are proud to be the most pro-worker Republican ticket in history, and I want to talk about why we're fighting for working people, why we're going to fight for unions and non-union alike.
Vance, a late add to the schedule after Vice President Harris's running mate Tim Walz came Wednesday before the union that represents about 350,000 firefighters.
We'll make sure you have all the resources and protections you need to do your jobs.
This as Harris continues hitting critical areas in rural Georgia, hoping to clinch the state President Biden narrowly won in 2020. It's a state Trump had been leading, but a new Fox News poll shows Harris up by 2 points. That poll also suggesting she's closing the gap in North Carolina, Arizona, and Nevada. Former President Trump campaigning in swing state Michigan. Meantime, Trump's campaign is under fire for an alleged altercation that happened at Arlington National Cemetery after his aides filmed in an area that prohibits it.
The rules and regulations are very, very clear. What happened earlier this week is very unfortunate. There was a report that was filed, but subsequently that person decided not to press charges, and so we're just going to, we stand by the Army statement that this matter is closed.
In response to the Army's statement, Trump's campaign claimed it was the cemetery staffer who initiated physical contact and verbal harassment. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
And now it's time for our question of the day. Is your vote ever affected by celebrity endorsements? No way, I don't care about their opinions, I'm making my own. Or yes, they're called influencers for a reason. You can scan that QR code on your screen right now or head to abc6.com/spotlight to cast your vote. We'd love to hear from you. And coming up on ABC6 News at 5, the argument being made by a former Trump administration official on why he should be let out of prison early. And a man once seeking office is now seeking leniency after being found guilty in the brutal death of a Nevada journalist. You're watching ABC6, Southern New England's trusted news source.
It's not just time for football, it's time for the marching bands. And it's time for the ABC6 News Band of the Week. Mondays and Tuesdays, watch for the high-energy halftime performances and a behind-the-scenes look with the band director showcasing all the hard work that goes into prepping to shine on game day. It's the ABC6 Band of the Week, sponsored by Hart's Roofing and Construction.
So you're running a little late. No worries. You'll make the airport, get to the meeting. It's all good. At J. Bryant Day, we know disaster can strike when you least expect it. And that's why we're here with emergency water damage service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our professional cleanup and restoration crews will get the job done quickly, and we can bill your insurance directly. So whatever the size of your water disaster,
Remember, when disaster strikes, J. Bryant Day is on the way.
Hi, this is CJ and Beth with Moss Home Solutions, your local, family-owned cash home buyer.
Do you have a house you want to sell fast for cash? Want to avoid thousands of dollars in repairs and bills? No problem.
We'll beat any cash offer and we'll even give you cash up front.
We buy all types of houses and we want to buy more.
No repairs, no inspections, no waiting, just a guaranteed cash offer and a stress-free sale.
Call us today, 401-326-2626.
That's 401-326-2626.
Replacement by Pella is the right choice. We back our products and installation, unlike other window companies.
Pella has the highest quality windows that are tested to protect against extreme weather so they can handle my family and
help keep my home quiet. Yes, and they're backed by some of the best product and installation warranties.
Pella is the only thing in this house I don't have to worry about.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now. But hurry, our sale ends soon.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Black Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. Visit blackislandferry.com or call 866-783-7996 for more information.
Welcome to the best season of the year, football. Welcome to the unpredictable, the unforgettable, the unbelievable. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
Jason, seriously?
Download the Now Local News app today and upload your pics and videos. You could see your very own story on the air and earn points towards rewards and gift cards.
We're tracking breaking news out of Providence right now. Providence police are investigating a shooting. It happened a short time ago on Congress Street. Our ABC6 news crews are on scene saying the officers are going door to door as they investigate in that area. Police say The man shot has non-life-threatening injuries and has been transported to the hospital for treatment. And now to national news at 5. Former President Donald Trump's aide Steve Bannon is asking a judge to release him from prison early. Bannon asking the federal judge who oversaw his trial for that release as he continues a challenge of his conviction. He's currently halfway through a 4-month sentence for defying a congressional subpoena. Bannon was convicted of attempt of Congress for refusing to comply with the now defunct House Select Committee that investigated the January 6th Capitol attack. And the former Nevada political figure accused of murdering a journalist has been found guilty in a Las Vegas courtroom Wednesday. Former Clark County Public Administrator Robert Tellis was found guilty of stabbing newspaper journalist Jeff German to death in September of 2022. Prosecutors said Tellis was angry because German wrote about alleged inappropriate behavior by Tellis.
Today's verdict should send a message. And that message is a clear message that any attempts to silence the media or to silence or intimidate a journalist will not be tolerated.
Now, the editor of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, where German worked, called the verdict a, quote, measure of justice for slain journalists all over the world. The jury returned a sentencing recommendation of life with the possibility of parole after 20 years. President Joe Biden announcing 3 federal judge nominees ahead of the election. At this rate, Biden could finish his presidency having placed more judges on the federal bench than former President Donald Trump. But Democrats may not be able to transform the appellate courts as Trump did. That's because Trump was able to flip more seats. When he entered office, there were 17 appeals court vacancies and an unfilled Supreme Court seat. When Biden entered office, there were only 2 circuit seats open.
ABC 6 Weather with Jeff Benson. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
We are looking at a much cooler day today out there than it was yesterday. Temperatures across the region are in the 70s. We're going to take a closer look in just a second, but I want to widen things out here and just really, this will give you some perspective on what has happened over the last 24 hours. So we had a front come through and high pressure has built into the northeast here. It's bringing that northeast flow. So much cooler up into coastal Canada right now. That's where that air is coming from. But you look at the rest of the really eastern half of the country here, just baking here. 100-degree temperatures, places like Louisville, Nashville, 90s all the way down to the Carolinas and still hanging on to around 90. It's backed off a little bit over to Philly. This is about the dividing line right here and really where that sea breeze or that northeast flow stops penetrating as much. We've also got some clouds and showers and thunderstorms in this region as well, so it could be a little bit cooler simply for that reason here. I'm sure you've probably heard in the national news over the last couple of days, perhaps if you've watched national weather, corn sweat. That is something that happens because this time of year, it's exactly what it sounds like. The corn and all the crops begins to sweat, especially when there's humid weather. And that, I mean, they're so numerous, actually adds moisture to the atmosphere. It can actually make the dew points rise. So in some of these areas across, say, rural portions of Illinois over to Iowa, I'm sure Tiffany knows about this as well. Yeah, it has been more humid than places like Louisiana, New Orleans, Houston, Texas over the last week. Just a little interesting thing there. It has been very humid here as well, certainly yesterday, but a big difference again out there today. Temperatures between 70 and 75 right now everywhere but the block, 67 down on the island right now. A little bit cooler with that surrounding seawater. Look at these temperature differences from yesterday. This time yesterday during the 5 o'clock newscast, we were about 10 to 15 degrees cooler, in some cases even a little bit more than that. Boston was 22 degrees warmer, 19 degrees warmer in Plymouth, and 12 degrees warmer here in Providence. So it was a fair bet that this is our last 90 or was our last 90-degree day of the year. Typically, on average, adding up all the years here and just averaging out that date comes out to be August 18th. So typically, we've already actually hit it by now. But again, what really is typical? Again, every year is really all over the place when you look at that. However, fair bet, unless we get a rogue day here or there in September, that'll be all she wrote. Certainly, we're not looking at any not even hot, hardly any very warm weather coming up here over the next 6 to 10 days in our short-term temperature outlook. Very good bet that we're going to be seeing below average temperatures on the whole here in southern New England. All right, looking outside right now, a lot of sunshine again. See those clouds. You had a little bit of cloud cover down in parts of Washington County and western Kent County, as well as Block Island, and those have all backed up this way. And again, it's because of that northeast flow kind of penetrating and really a wall here between clouds and no clouds. And then eventually you get down a little bit further south and west. There are all those showers and storms that I talked about. We are going to be rain-free until we get to Sunday, maybe late Saturday night here on our rain chances. You can see obviously much, much more elevated. Whoop, microphone fell off. Apologize for that. You can still hear me. And as we go forward in time here, again, the temperatures are going to remain cool with ample sunshine. So we're rounding out August on a dry note. Unfortunately, maybe starting September on a bit of a wet note as we head into Saturday. Again, quiet out there tomorrow. See some clouds coming up from the south as we head into Saturday morning. We should break for a little bit of sun. And then eventually that cold front is going to meet up with us Sunday. Really, Sunday morning looks to be the best chance of showers. I think we dry out gradually later in the day. I would love this cold front to speed up a little bit more, and that way we could salvage a bit of the middle of our Labor Day weekend. But as far as Labor Day itself, Caitlin, it is looking fantastic, as is the rest of the middle of next week as well. A lot of sun icons. Not often you can string those full Sundays next to each other here. I feel like Southern California a little bit, especially with the temperatures.
I love it, and I know that all the viewers out there are also loving this as well. Now, still to come on ABC6 News at 5, flight attendants for one of the country's biggest airlines sign off on plans to strike, but don't worry about your travel plans just yet. And another major company says they're dropping inclusion efforts after pushback from conservative groups.
Make every day a fresh start. Watch Good Morning Providence.
Are you turning 65 and need help with Medicare? How about retirement? Then this message is for you.
Hi, Rhode Island seniors. This is Joseph Pate, better known as Medicare Joe and Retire with Joe, Rhode Island's leading health and wealth company. We're helping people just like you that are turning 65 understand their Medicare options, and people just like you that are retiring plan for a safe retirement. Give us a call at the number on the screen or visit our website for more information. We're here to help Rhode Island seniors.
Route 6 Auto Mall Kia in Swansea is having their biggest midsummer sale ever with 0% financing for 60 months and only $1 down.
Lease a brand new 2024 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive for only $259 per month for 36 months.
Route 6 Kia has a large selection of new Kias and always gives you a lifetime warranty at no charge with good credit, a job, and $1 down. You can drive away in a new Kia today.
All the shingles, baby, 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 all the shingles, baby. Put it in a roof, need a roof on the house. You're sitting on the couch, doing your own little thing. You blew it off, now I need to call the #1 roof company.
You think you need a new roof? Don't put it off till last minute like this guy did. Go with a company you can trust. Contact us below.
McCullough Concrete is the area's best available source for quality concrete, and we're proud of our legacy. Recognized as a leader in the industry because of our quality workmanship, commitment to excellence, and a large fleet of modern trucks. McCullough Concrete gets the job done, and we get it done right. Call us today. McCullough Concrete.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 most watched newscast across all of television.
In consumer news at 5, an overwhelming majority of United Airlines flight attendants have voted to authorize a strike. That's if their contract negotiations don't go anywhere by November. The Association of Flight Attendants say the move to vote on a strike was fueled by United's lack of negotiating in good faith. The union members have been working with an amended contract that expired in 2021. Workers are seeking a pay increase as well as pay upgrades for schedule flexibility, on-ground duties, and retroactive pay. Yelp has filed an antitrust lawsuit against Google. Yelp claims Google is using its monopoly to dominate local search and advertising markets. Yelp allows users to search for and leave reviews for local businesses. In an online statement, Yelp accuses Google of trying to, quote, keep consumers within its own walled garden. The lawsuit comes weeks after a federal judge ruled Google violated antitrust laws with its search business. Google plans to appeal the decision. And Ford Motors is the latest American company to scale back on its diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. In a memo sent to employees, Ford says it will no longer participate in an annual survey for an LGBTQ advocacy group. It will also not use quotas for minority dealerships and suppliers. Ford's CEO said the external and legal environment related to political and social issues continues to evolve. This follows similar announcements from several other companies, including Lowe's, earlier this week. And just ahead on ABC 6 News at 5:30, a Navy sailor appears before a federal judge to face charges of stealing nearly $1 million worth of equipment. And drivers headed into downtown Providence tomorrow should be prepared to see traffic from a few new directions. We'll explain the new pattern. ABC 6 News is coming up at 5:30, right after the break.
August 31st through October 20th. Visit our website for details and directions.
Welcome to our farm!
At Wright's Dairy Farm, producing wholesome fresh milk has been our way of life for 6 generations. Our day begins before the sun rises, caring for our cows, milking them, and bottling their fresh milk right here on the farm. From cow to the bottle in just 24 hours. That's a real difference you can taste. Experience Wright's Dairy Farm and Bakery today. Grab a treat from our bakery, then head to the barn and watch the cows being milked. Real cows, real food, real people. That's been the Wright's Dairy Farm tradition for more than 100 years.
Kelsey Turner was a rising Insta model.
Kelsey definitely wanted to be famous.
She would do anything to get what she was due.
A beloved child psychiatrist, missing. An Instagram model, missing.
There was a body in the trunk, clean-cut guy. They don't normally end up beat to death in trunks of cars.
Sometimes we have to realize there's evil in this world.
Now, Friday night.
You're witness to a murder, so what happened next?
2020, Friday night at 9/8 Central on ABC.
8 months of waiting is over. Thundering here at the Swamp. A bitter rivalry is reborn.
It's a battle for Sunshine State supremacy.
In a high-stakes collision. Now it's time to be tested in the Swamp.
Miami at Florida, Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
The opening kickoff from Las Vegas.
A game with playoff implications.
That's how I get by. Lord, that's how I get by.
My name's Morgan Guillory. I am a cleaning lady, a single mom with 3 kids, and an IQ north of 160. So helping the cops solve a murder? It's literally the easiest part of my day.
What is she supposed to do?
Spot the things my detectives miss. Ta-da! This is my first interrogation. When did we get to hit him with a phone book? You want me to go in there and flip the table over?
No.
Oakland's trusted news source, ABC 6 News at 5:30.
First at 5:30, we're tracking breaking news out of Providence. Providence police are investigating a shooting. It happened a short time ago on Congress Street. Our ABC 6 news crews are on scene, saying officers are going door to door as they investigate in that area. Police say the man shot has non-life-threatening injuries and is at the hospital for treatment. And now let's get a check on the forecast now. Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist, Jeff Banson's joining us live in the Weather Center. Jeff, the red carpet, it's here, it's yours. Let's hear it. We've got a beautiful weekend ahead. Is that right?
Yes, Caitlin, it's all right. I'm not big on titles anyway. Temperatures out there in the 70s right now. What a difference from yesterday. We've got that east-northeast wind, so a little bit cooler from Boston down to Plymouth, right down to the Cape. 68 in Hyannis right now. As a Cape lover, when you start seeing those temperatures, it's kind of almost like, all right, time to pack it in summer. Wow, what a difference from today to yesterday, night and day. 10 to 20 degree temperature difference across the area. A little bit less on the higher end of that range for our viewing area. But as you get up towards parts of northern and eastern Bristol and Plymouth counties, all the way up to Boston, wow. 22 degree temperature difference right there. Again, the temperature, we'll back it up for you, 67 right now. So this time yesterday, it was 89 degrees outside. And it's not just the temperatures that have fallen off the table, it's the humidity. The dew point's so much lower across the entire Northeast. Feeling so great out there. Right now, I'm taking a look at, looks like the cars are moving okay, except for that 195 off-ramp, yikes. But a beautiful evening to be driving around, windows down, music up, sunshine aplenty, again, as we head into tomorrow, and a very similar temperature day as well. We'll be back in a little bit with a check on your Labor Day weekend forecast. As you can see here, it starts off dry, does not turn dry in the middle. It does finish dry. I almost said it doesn't finish dry. No, it definitely does. We've got another great stretch of weather after a front comes through, middle of the weekend, and we'll time it out for you coming up. We'll see you in a bit, Caitlin.
All right, Jeff. Definitely a good day to drive with those windows down for sure. Now to our top story at 5:30. Police releasing body cam footage from a chaotic scene at this month's Dominican Festival where several people were arrested. You also may remember the video showing one of the officers hitting a man several times in the stomach during the arrest. ABC 6 news anchor Cara Bailey has more.
We have an update for you right now on the controversial use of force during arrests made at the Dominican Festival earlier this month following our request for public records. Now, you may recall this video that circulated on social media showing a Providence police officer using physical force during an arrest at that festival on August 11th. Now, we are getting the first look from police's perspective in newly released body camera footage.
Everybody back up. Let's go.
According to Police Chief Oscar Perez, the Dominican Festival turned into a chaotic scene with people throwing bottles, obstructing officers' arrests, and yelling. Police were initially called to the area to break up the large crowds on Miller Avenue and Broad Street. As a result, police made 10 arrests throughout the night, including 27-year-old Adonis Placencio, who was allegedly in possession of a black satchel containing a gun. Police say they later found a 9mm gun inside. The body cam shows the moments just before Placencio was arrested, yelling at cops from a few feet away. Then Placencio walks away. That's when officers started to discuss the satchel and follow him. Police then followed Placencio across the road and made that arrest. Officers say Placencio was resisting. Police swarmed Placencio, and Chief Perez says the officer's main goal was to prevent him from shooting into that large crowd.
It's never pretty to use force, but sometimes we have to use force either to compel compliance or for self-defense.
Chief Perez says when Placencio was arrested, a crowd gathered around officers and allegedly started throwing bottles at them. One man in that crowd was 40-year-old Edward McLean, who was charged with disorderly conduct and simple assault. Police also arrested 25-year-old Denzel Rodriguez, 19-year-old Damian Reyes, 24-year-old Melissa Reynoso, and Frank Villagran. Chief Perez says none of the officers involved will be facing repercussions. Now, we have asked police for additional body camera footage from the officer seen hitting Placencio. When that request is fulfilled, we'll let you know on air and online. In the newsroom, I'm Cara Bailey, ABC 6.
Thank you for that, Cara. Now to some other local stories we're following for you on this Thursday evening. A U.S. Navy sailor from California has admitted to a federal judge in Providence to stealing and reselling military gear. 52-year-old Richard Allen was stationed in Virginia when he and a group of personnel repeatedly broke into a Navy warehouse. Over $800,000 worth of uniform items and armor were taken and stashed away all across the country, including right here in Rhode Island. They were then sold to buyers around the world, including dozens of purchases from China. Allen will be sentenced in November. Providence schools will be using new technology to improve safety at bus stops. The district's bus fleet is now being fitted with cameras that will detect cars illegally passing stopped buses and share their license plates with police directly. They'll only send out warnings to start, while enforcement officially starts on October 1st with fines starting at $250. Now to an ABC 6 News traffic alert. Another portion of the 610 connector project is set to open tomorrow. RIDOT officials say drivers on their morning commute can expect to find ramps connecting Route 10 to Westminster Street, the Toby Street Bridge, and a new service road open to traffic. These are some of the last parts left of the 610 project, which has been going on for 6 years now. Crews will still be working on a new bike path and utility work into the fall. And happening this weekend, the 43rd annual King Richard's Fair is set to open its gates to those looking for a trip back in time. Providence Now digital reporter TJ Albin was invited to the kingdom for a royal interview. Take a look.
Hear ye, hear ye. The 43rd King Richard's Fair, the largest Renaissance fair in New England, is open for the season. And I'm here chatting with the King and Queen about the upcoming season delights.
It is the biggest festival in New England, the biggest Renaissance festival. And people have been coming here for 43 years. We see people all the time who says, oh, look at this picture of me when I was just a child. And it's really neat. It's really neat to see all of the people that keep coming back and creating new memories.
To have the title of longest and largest Renaissance festival, that's got to mean something for you as king of this grand stage.
Well, I think you're absolutely correct. It does mean so much to me, TJ. It means that we have a duty to each and every participant that comes through the gate, every patron that comes through the gate. We have a duty to bring the magic, to bring the music, to bring the comedy, to bring the laughs, to give them the opportunity to escape their reality.
I'm TJ Albin for Providence Now.
Well, that looks like a whole lot of fun. Police in New Hampshire are now investigating exactly what led up to a deadly encounter that left a busy bridge shut down. And coming up on ABC 6 News at 5:30, officials are announcing a major step toward keeping some Massachusetts hospitals open after their owner declared bankruptcy.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams. But make no mistake about it, it's your job to keep everyone alive.
Looking for affordable, dependable quality scooters? Welcome to the Scooter Palace. Our large selection of major brand scooters promises fun and reliability without breaking the bank. Glide through traffic, cruise the coastline, or zip around town with ease. Our timely service department has knowledgeable technicians, and we also offer pickup and delivery service. Why wait? Visit the Scooter Palace today and discover the joy of riding the perfect scooter at an unbeatable price. The Scooter Palace, your ticket to freedom on two wheels.
Remember when Casual Friday was a big thing? Well, now there's casual every day with Skechers Go Walk. The comfort starts with my hands-free Skechers Go Walk slip-ins. Plus, there's Go Walk apparel with pants, jackets, tanks, and tees. Experience Skechers Go Walk footwear and apparel.
It's summer. Time to take your collar off and wag your tail.
This is the life. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, Ace.
And I love you, Grandpa.
I love you too, Ace.
Hello, Ace. This is Troy. No matter what, when you call Ace, we answer the phone.
Get ready to transform your business environment with Level Up Cleaning. We know that a spotless, inviting space is key to success, and we're here to make that happen. Our elite team of cleaning experts is dedicated to delivering extraordinary results that will impress your clients and energize your employees. Plus, we make it easy with free over-the-phone estimates and hassle-free bookings. Ready to level up your space? Let our expertise and passion for cleanliness take your business to the next level. Contact us today to discuss your needs and set up a consultation.
All the shingles, baby, 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 all the shingles, baby. Put it in a roof, need a roof on the house. You're sitting on the couch, doing your own little thing. You blew it off, now I need to call the #1 roof company.
You think you need a new roof? Don't put it off till last minute like this guy did. Go with a company you can trust. Contact us below.
This is Lucky 13.
13 questions are all that stand between tonight's contestant and up to
$1 million.
Gina Rodriguez and Shaquille O'Neal host Lucky 13. New tonight on ABC.
Well, we have our 4th winner for the ABC6 Backpack Buster. Congratulations to Amir Spriggs. He sent in this photo of his granddaughter. We hope she has an awesome school year. She looks so cute. I love that. Thank you for sending that in. And don't worry, you still have time to enter. The ABC6 Backpack Buster is your chance to win a gift card for a new backpack stuffed with all the goodies you need for school. All you have to do is share a photo on the Now Local News app of you and your kids enjoying the last days of summer, getting ready for school. We've still got one more winner to pick for the grand prize, which is more than a $200 value. So get right to it. Still ahead on ABC6 News at 5:30. Just one more day stands between us and the weekend, but it will be a good one to get outside. Jeff will be back with that answer in just a few minutes. Look at that beautiful shot we have over Richmond. I think it's going to be a good weekend. All right, we'll be right back.
Your total access Hollywood.
Weeknights at 7 on ABC6.
I try to do it my way. I try to do the double life, go to church, and then do whatever I want, really. It's not working out. I feel broken, I feel empty, and there's this void that I have inside me that no matter how many championships I win, how many people tell me how great I am, something that I can't be filled. And then I just got on my knees and it's like, I just want to live for you. I don't care if I win another wrestling match again.
On the 700 Club, Friday at 9 a.m.
Welcome to the Pool Source, where we can help turn your backyard dreams into a reality. The Pool Source has many different items and services to offer, including a full retail store with free water testing, above-ground and semi-in-ground pool packages, as well as Finleo saunas and PDC spas and swim spas. The Pool Source has been building in-ground pools and backyards for 28 years. Our showroom is located at 40 Freeway Drive in Cranston, Rhode Island. Stop in to speak with a sales associate today.
Steve, we need to celebrate the couch potato in all of us. Eventually, we all need a comfortable place to sit after a long day.
That's right, Peter. Whether it be 1 hour or 3, a comfortable sofa, recliner, or sectional for modern furniture, well, it's always the right choice. Maybe it's time for you to come to Modern Furniture in Fall River. Join us and be a couch potato too.
Wow, I'm a couch potato.
Only at Modern Furniture in Fall River.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Well, happening across New England, a busy bridge that connects Maine to New Hampshire is back open after a deadly officer-involved shooting. It happened this morning on a bridge connecting Portsmouth to Kittery. According to police, a man killed a woman at a home in Troy, New Hampshire, then made his way to the bridge. Police say they tried to negotiate with the man for hours. When he finally came out of his car with a gun, that's when police shot and killed him, and his body fell into the river. The body of an 8-year-old boy was also found in the man's car. Police say they didn't know there was a child inside during the standoff. A former Massachusetts police officer pleading not guilty to allegedly killing a pregnant woman he sexually exploited when she was underage. Matthew Farwell was arrested Wednesday on charges that he strangled 23-year-old Sandra Birchmore in early 2021 after she told him that she was pregnant with his child, then staged her body to make it look like a suicide. Prosecutors say the two met when she was 12 years old and in a police youth program, and that he killed her to hide alleged sexual assaults.
Sandra Birchmore had good friends, she had a good job, she had dreams of becoming a nurse, and she had a child on the way. But Mr. Farwell did not share in that excitement. It's alleged that Mr. Farwell reacted quite negatively to the news that Sandra Birchmore was pregnant with his child.
Now, if convicted, Farwell faces life in prison.
ABC 6 weather with Jeff Benson. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Very good Thursday evening, everybody, and what a difference from yesterday. 90 degrees. That was our high temperature at TF Green. Our average last 90-degree date is actually back on August 18th, so arguably you could say a little bit later than usual this year. We'd actually had a bit of a drought since our previous 90-degree day. That was all the way back on August 3rd, but in all likelihood, that means it's probably the last one we will see for the summer season here as we head into September. At least the short-term first portion of September is looking very cool for much of the central eastern portion of the United States. That includes us here in southern New England. Does not mean we will not get a warm day here and there, but overall, encompassing those temperatures will trend on the cooler side, just like we did out there today. That front came through and allowed this big high down from Canada, but look at the winds around the high coming clockwise as they do. That brings them out of the northeast, so cooler waters up here. That's why your temperatures are significantly cooler today. Obviously, it comes along with the lower humidity, which is nice as well. Kind of this wall of clouds has been being sort of fended off and receding to the south and west here, and we actually have some strong thunderstorms here. It looks like that might be a little red box there around the Williamsport area. That would be a tornado warning. Very, very interesting to see that. We'll look further into it, but just lots of lightning with a lot of these storms and some heavy rain as well. As we take a look at our rain chances over the next 5 days, it's only one day in particular that we focus on, and that being Sunday, unfortunately the middle of our Labor Day weekend at that point, but we might be able to get some dry hours here and there. So let's check Futurecast. We'll time it out again. Those clouds receding off to the west tonight. Clear skies, very cool temperatures tomorrow morning, down in the low 50s. Got a pretty much repeat afternoon, sunshine, and temperatures will be in the low 70s. The humidity remains low. Start to see more of a southeast to south wind as we head into Saturday morning. That could bring some coastal clouds early on. I think we break into a little sunshine during the day on Saturday. You can see a couple of little specks of green behind me here coming in from the west. Got a slow-moving approaching cold front. As we head into the day on Sunday, especially Sunday morning, we're going to see those showers move in here. Does it look like a terrible day? Kind of a just absolutely mail it in, we're not getting outside? No, it doesn't look like that. I think we have a chance to see, a couple of dry pockets here and there. It just may be one of those days where you're checking the app on your phone, checking the radar on your phone during the day to plan things out, and you can't just, assume you'll be dry. You want to probably bring the umbrella or some sort of rain gear with you if you were definitely going to be outside for a prolonged period of time. It will be a little bit more humid. I don't think humider is a word. It'll be a little more humid on Sunday, and then we break that humidity as the cold front that is bringing those showers passes through. And Monday, Labor Day looks great. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, real nice stretch of weather setting up. Let's take a look at the tropics because there has been a bit of a development here. Not all that surprising, at least not to me. We had a 20% chance of development with this wave, but a lot of the models were really picking up on some sort of development later this week. So National Hurricane Center has upped this to 40%. Wouldn't be surprised to see it grow a little bit higher as it heads towards the Lesser Antilles and the islands and moves in towards the Caribbean. We will check that out. That time frame probably not for another week or so if we're looking at, maybe the U.S. being on watch, and certainly wouldn't be the East Coast. It would right now at this point in time be more of a Gulf of Mexico concern. 53 tonight, clear skies, a little bit chill, winds becoming calm tomorrow. Beautiful day to end the week and say goodbye to August, at least from a weekday standpoint. We have, of course, one more day on Saturday, and that should be mostly dry as well, but clouding up a little bit by Saturday night. Showers on Sunday, clearing on Monday, and a beautiful rest of the week. Caitlin.
Yeah, Jeff, you know what Taylor Swift says. August slipped away. It's okay. It's
yeah,
okay. We love September.
You went there.
Also, when you said humider, I couldn't help but laugh because when I was a kid, I used to say funner. That's funner. No, it's more fun. We all know. All good. Now to our focus on your health at 5:30 tonight. Steward Healthcare has reached agreements to sell most of its hospitals in Massachusetts. Under one of those agreements, Rhode Island-based nonprofit Lifespan Health will take over Morton Hospital in Taunton and St. Anne's in Fall River. Lifespan's president says the deal will preserve access to care and benefit community health. The agreements still need to be approved by the bankruptcy court and regulators. Demand for organic foods has skyrocketed in the past few decades, and while going organic may provide some health benefits, there's also a big drawback, the cost, as we all know. Mandy Gaither has more on whether buying organic is worth that extra penny.
From fruits to veggies, eggs, and nuts, you can find the word organic on many different foods at the store, but what exactly does that mean?
If produce is grown in soil that has not been sprayed with certain substances like fertilizers and pesticides for at least 3 years before harvest, the USDA considers it organic.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says reducing one's exposure to those chemicals is important, as he says high pesticide levels in foods have been linked to increased cancer risk, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, a reason going organic continues to gain popularity. In 2010, an estimated $26.9 billion is estimated to have been spent in the U.S. on organic foods. By 2021, sales reached $52 billion, according to the Nutrition Business Journal. But as demand increases, so does the cost.
So then the question is that organic label really worth it? And the answer is it might be. While the organic label doesn't guarantee you're going to be pesticide free, a Consumer Reports analysis did find most organic items were.
But if you can't afford to buy organic, Gupta says that study shows you can still shop smart and healthy. He says to look for products grown in the U.S.
What they found was that imported products accounted for 65 of the 100 highest pesticide risk items in the study.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Now it's time for our question of the day. Is your vote ever affected by celebrity endorsements? No way, I don't care about their opinions. Or yes, they're called influencers for a reason. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen right now or head to abc6.com/spotlight to cast your vote. We'd love to hear from you. Still to come on ABC6 News at 5:30, joggers in one Massachusetts town can breathe a lot easier thanks to a prompt response after a very unusual animal sighting.
Stay tuned for your local news coming up on ABC6 News at 6.
Hi, I'm Katie Wright, the right realtor for you. Whether you want a mobile home, a modest home, a multifamily investment, or $1 million mansion, I'm the right realtor for you and your family. Call me, Katie Wright, 401-400-1510.
The new Gary Coleman documentary. He died broke and under mysterious circumstances. Now, the strange death of his co-star Dana Plato. Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, tonight at 7:30 on ABC6.
Maya knows how quality care can bring out a smile. But it's been a few dog years since she was able to enjoy a smile of her own. Good thing Aspen Dental offers affordable, complete care all in one place. With flexible hours and weekend appointments. Plus 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Loving our patients unconditionally. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
Come and get your love.
McCullough Concrete is the area's best available source for quality concrete, and we're proud of our legacy. Recognized as a leader in the industry because of our quality workmanship, commitment to excellence, and a large fleet of modern trucks. McCullough Concrete gets the job done, and we get it done right. Call us today. McCullough Concrete.
Providence, Rhode Island, a city steeped in history where elegance whispers on cobblestone streets, where every step is an occasion and every night deserves a masterpiece. Lola Fashion Boutique on North Main Street in Providence, your eclectic emporium for new, estate, imported, and locally crafted items, curating timeless elegance for unforgettable moments. Because when the spotlight finds you, you deserve to shine. Come find your treasure.
Parents, feeling the pinch of back-to-school shopping? Here's your chance to win your complete ABC6 Backpack Buster. Win a brand new pack stuffed with school supplies, a $100 gift card for new sneakers, and an AirTag so you can keep track of it all. Just share a pic on the Now Local News app of how you're celebrating the last days of summer vacation with your kids. Then watch Good Morning Providence starting August 26th to see if you win. It's the ABC6 Back-to-School Backpack Buster. Share your pic today for your chance to win.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn to ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast across all of television.
And ABC 6 News with Tiffany Murphy and John DeLuca, Southern New England's trusted news team.
Well, welcome back. Animal control officers in Andover, Mass. managed to capture this guy recently, making sure hikers are far safer from toy alligators. That's right. If you take a closer look, this is actually a rubber alligator, not the real deal. Officials say they got a call this week about an alligator sighting out on a trail, but the callers said they were too nervous to get close. Once officers realized it was a toy, they just laughed it off, like I'm doing now. This is so funny. Adding it was placed in such a way that it did look realistic. It's now been removed to prevent future calls. And that's going to do it for ABC 6 News at 5:30. But first, here's a look at what's coming up on ABC 6 News at 6. A Providence pawn shop owner charged with knowingly buying more than 100 gold Tiffany & Co. rings. How the state's AG says they got there in the first place. Plus, a Massachusetts man facing charges after police in Rhode Island say he tried to meet up with a minor to sell her pot and take advantage of her. Those stories and much more coming up in just a few moments on ABC 6 News at 6.
Closed captioning brought to you by
Hope Real Estate, always going the extra mile to get you home.
Do you dream of a place to call your own? A home filled with laughter, memories, and all the possibilities of life. But navigating the real estate market can feel overwhelming alone. You need someone who understands your needs and has the expertise to guide you every step of the way. Hi, I'm Karina Bonifant, local real estate agent. I stay up to date on market trends to get you the best results. Whether you're buying your first home or selling your current property, I'm here to make your real estate dreams reality. Let's find your perfect place.
Steve, we need to celebrate the couch potato in all of us.
Join us and be a couch potato too.
Wow, I'm a couch potato.
Only at Modern Furniture in Fall River.
I love our Rhode Island shoreline, but our location makes us vulnerable to hurricanes and tropical storms. It's important to be prepared as best we can before the storm hits. You can help by knowing your risks, getting flood insurance, and being familiar with your evacuation route. Let's all do our part to be hurricane strong. The steps we take today can help minimize damage tomorrow. Learn more at riema.ri.gov.
Welcome to our farm!
At Wright's Dairy Farm, producing wholesome fresh milk has been our way of life for 6 generations. Our day begins before the sun rises, caring for our cows, milking them, and bottling their fresh milk right here on the farm. From cow to the bottle in just 24 hours. That's a real difference you can taste. Experience Wright's Dairy Farm and Bakery today. Grab a treat from our bakery, then head to the barn and watch the cows being milked. Real cows, real food, real people. That's been the Wright's Dairy Farm tradition for more than 100 years.
It's not just time for football, it's time for the marching bands. And it's time for the ABC 6 News Band of the Week. Mondays and Tuesdays, watch for the high-energy halftime performances and a behind-the-scenes look with the band director showcasing all the hard work that goes into prepping to shine on game day. It's the ABC 6 Band of the Week, sponsored by Hart's Roofing and Construction.
Right now at 6, as students in Providence head back to school, bus companies will be taking extra steps to keep them safe. We have more on bus cameras that will capture distracted drivers. Plus, a Providence pawn shop owner charged with knowingly buying more than 100 gold Tiffany & Co. rings. How the state's AG says they got there in the first place. And Jeff's tracking the Labor Day weekend forecast for us.
That's right, we'll have that for you coming up, but first, a colossal cool down. Temperatures across the region 10 to 15, even 20 degrees cooler than they were yesterday, as we may have seen our last 90-degree day of the year. We'll have more coming up.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC 6 News at 6.
First at 6, we're tracking breaking news out of Providence right now. Providence police are investigating a shooting